Hey guys, Stockaholics, thank you guys for being here today. I wanted to make another video finishing what I started, talking a little bit about bulkers. Um, in my last video, there was a comment, I'm paraphrasing, it said something along the lines of, we don't sound that bullish on bulkers based on the video you're making. And that's not true. I am, I guess, cautiously bullish about bulkers. There are a few things that I think that I am a little bit concerned about in the very short term, but there are a lot of really strong, positive, long-term fundamentals that are really, really good for bulkers. And I wanted to talk about some of those in the video today. It's an interesting comment I wanted to share real quickly from the last video. This is by this person, Luca, and he says he works at a break bulk terminal. So I thought it was kind of cool to get a perspective from somebody that works loading and offloading these ships. So he says, I work at a break bulk terminal and he's never seen more steel come in than now. They come in mostly dry bulk ships. What we've noticed, along with a lot of other commodities in the past year or so, is that steel prices went tremendously high. It seems like a lot of the incentive to transport that steel came in as that commodity price got real high up there, yeah. But I had a question because based on different sources that I've been reading, they say either that there isn't a lot of congestion or that there is a lot of congestion in dry bulk ports. So I wanted to see what he had to say about that. And so I said, cool, do you see much congestion? And he says, lots of congestion. Ships are waiting to get serviced. The dock is flooded. It's hard to find space to store the cargo. And then there's another interesting thing he noticed. One other odd thing I noticed is lots of bulk ships are also being used to transport pulp to Asia, a lot more than usual. I'm guessing the pulp that he's describing here is paper pulp products. You can let me know, Luca, if that's correct. He says the hatches are open, so when it rains, they have to shut down the operation. The pedestal cranes also make loading really slow, so these ships take 3 times as long as ships with covered hatches and gantries would take. Somehow it's still economical to load this cargo into the bulkers. I wanted to start talking a little bit about this, and this is the main reason why I'm bullish on this segment long term, and that is because of the order book. So the dry bulk order book is at a historical low, and you may have seen these charts if you for a long time if you've been in the shipping space. But one of the reasons I find this really interesting is because this is taking place in an environment where dry bulk is making a lot of money right now. And what you tend to see in a segment when they make a lot of money, they tend to go out and they tend to purchase a lot of new ships. Now, they are purchasing some new ships, but they're not purchasing it at anywhere near the rates that they have been in the past. And there's a couple of different reasons for this, but I think the main reason is simply because in my opinion, there's an underinvestment in shipbuilders because shipping since the global financial crisis has largely not done very well, shipbuilders have not been probably underinvested in. The amount of shipbuilders out there that there was relative to the past is smaller. The sizes, the amount of vessels that these companies that are still in the business can make is also smaller. And you think about it, there's because so many container ships have been ordered, there's just no more room to build other vessels. And for these shipbuilding companies to be able to expand to meet demand for new ships, it takes a long time. You think about the terminals that are used to build ships. You think about all of the skilled labor, all of the organization it takes to get all of these people together to build a new big ship. It takes a long time. So this is a really encouraging sign for most shipping segments because number one, the order book for at least for dry bulk is so small, but because it seems very difficult to order new ships. And there's a couple of other reasons you'll hear from, the shipping people out there is, okay, there's a lot of uncertainty because of the IMO regulations in the future. There might be some truth to that. I don't really, if that were 100% true, then why is it that, some other segments they're ordering a ton of ships? So I don't necessarily buy that so much, but there might be a small grain of truth to that. Some of the other things is just the prices of these vessels. And I was listening to one of these dry bulk guys out there, and he says it just doesn't make any sense to order a new ship at the prices that are being quoted from the yards out there. Because if I was going to go and order a new ship, it would take me 3-4 years out at the current from the current shipbuilders to even get a ship. I don't know what the environment's going to look like then, and the prices I'm paying, they don't make sense because I can go and I can order or I can get a ship on an existing ship on the market for a similar price, right? So a lot of interesting dynamics in dry bulk and in shipping in general, and this is again the main reason why I'm so bullish on dry bulk long term. Okay, there's a saying in shipping is that if you're bullish a commodity, you should be bullish on the ship that carries it. And for me, um, when I'm looking at this particular commodity, I'm not bullish on it. I'm bearish on this commodity. So let me explain. Coal is one of the major things that are transported in bulkers. And right now, the price of coal has gone parabolic, but since going parabolic, has begun to see a bit of a correction, I guess you would say. But coal is not trading anywhere near a normal range. And so what we've seen with a lot of commodities over the last year or so is they all have this kind of a pattern. Well, not all, but many have this kind of a pattern where they've gone absolutely parabolic. So I think it started with lumber last year, at least in the United States, because of all of the stimulus money, because of lockdowns, because of maybe some other reasons that I don't know that aren't well known, that the price of that lumber went through the roof, right? But it came crashing down, and we've seen this recently with iron ore, and in my opinion, we're beginning to see it with coal. And so I'm not bullish coal short term, okay? Because I'm not bullish short term on coal, it makes it really hard for me to be super excited in the very, 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 very short term for uh, bulkers. Now, I could just be being cute, it doesn't mean that I think that bulkers is a bad investment, but for me, I really want to see this come down to a normal trading range before I get super excited about investing in this space. I think we'll just leave it at that for today. I'm gonna go eat some turkey. I hope you guys have a good Thanksgiving. I'd be interested to hear some of your thoughts on the bulker space in the comments below. See you guys soon.